I'm Vaughan Mills, I'm a partner at Allens and have been since 2001, and I lead our PNG practice working on the ground in Papua New Guinea and also with a base in Brisbane. Allens has actually been in PNG for nearly 50 years, but we first established our full service office there in 1994, so 20 years actually on the ground with a permanent presence. But our involvement with Papua New Guinea goes back to the early days of the Octeti project and the Bougainville project, the Panguna mine, so very heavily resources focused. We work across all sectors of the Papua New Guinea economy with a focus on resources, obviously because Papua New Guinea is a resource-rich country, particularly in oil and gas and in copper and gold. But in addition to the resources projects, very strong in financial services, working with banks and borrowers in the areas of financial regulatory areas, and also in litigation. We've got a very strong litigation practice, which is led by my partner Alan Manner on the ground in Port Moresby. The PNG economy is growing very rapidly now, particularly off the back of the PNG LNG project, which reached financial investment decision in 2009 and only this year, 2014, has reached completion and has gone into production 6 months early, which is a really great achievement by ExxonMobil. Off the back of that, we're seeing unprecedented growth and projected growth in the economy at rates of above 20%. Which is really, really encouraging for the country, and we're seeing a lot of activity around that, both in resources projects and general activity, particularly in the corporate commercial sector. Foreign investors, I think, would really benefit from our breadth of knowledge and experience in the jurisdiction. We've been there for decades. We're on the ground and we're very well connected in with all of the business houses, the corporates, the banks and the regulators. So we've got that great depth of experience, and we've got a really good, strong team on the ground. We've got 12 lawyers on the ground, including 3 partners, and we also really service our practice led from the ground in Port Moresby, but also with our specialists, particularly in Australia and even in our Asian offices. In terms of the transactions that we worked on, we really seem to attract the lead roles in all of the major transactions. For example, we've had a role in every public company takeover in Papua New Guinea since the new Companies Act legislation came into force in 1997. We generally have a senior role for banks in the large lending transactions, and they're growing, particularly in the infrastructure space at the moment. And of course, on the resources projects, I suppose the key example of that is our leading role for ExxonMobil as the operator of the PNG LNG project. So look, I lead our PNG practice, and so I'm one of the primary points of contact for the firm for our PNG practice. We also have on the ground Vincent Bull in Port Moresby and Alan Manner, and we also have other specialists who support the practice in Australia, but the primary contacts are Vincent, Alan and myself.